Okay. Why am I live? That's weird. Anyways, let's start. It says I'm live and I'm not sure why. There should be like a. Usually there's a button that says like, you're live, da da da. And it's odd. Hey, what's up, Tails? No, this isn't gonna last very long. This is just like an update. So, do not worry. But this is weird. Like usually there's like a button that says like you're going live. I guess like they've changed YouTube Studio, which is like really weird. It's good to know. It's good to know because I was like, where's the like live button? And it just went live, which is wild. So okay. Anyways. All right. Bye. But so this is basically gonna be a streaming schedule update. I haven't been streaming it for a while, and there were like a bunch of reasons for that, but this is probably like it's a pretty important update because there's going to be quite like a few titles that I'm probably going to drop at the moment. So what I will say first before I sort of like get into like what I'm going to be reacting to and all of that is, for the foreseeable future, there will be no weekly Shonen Jump streams. So that means like no My Hero, Academia, no Spy Family, Blue Flag. Like those three, not reacting to. Promise Neverland, I'm not getting back to. That's just gonna sit there. But like those are like, so I guess like the four. If Hunter x Hunter decided to come back, not reacting to that. Jujutsu Kaisen, not reacting to that. Excuse me. And so I think people kind of really have to sort of understand where I'm coming from. And of course, like for me, I understand if people are just like, hey, I came to this channel to watch weekly Shonen Jump reactions. Then this channel might not be useful for you anymore outside, like in terms of that, like with regards to that, right? Like until like I up and decide that I want to do weekly Shonen Jump reactions again, and there are like there are a bunch of reasons why I'm deciding to do that. And in no way am I saying y'all should stop reacting to weekly Shonen Jump titles. Y'all are trash for reacting to weekly Shonen Jump titles. I'm not saying that at all. I haven't said that. I make the shit like there are instances where I make decisions for myself, and there are just instances where I make decisions and I'm like, yo, I think people might want to like, follow suit or move in this sort of direction or whatever, or you know what I mean. Like there are instances where where I move that way, but I think in this instance it's like, ultimately only like you can decide what is like right for you in certain. When it comes to certain things, so right, and making certain decisions. So if you want to continue to like read weekly Shonen Jump manga, outside of Act Age and Rurouni Kenshin and Toriko, you know what I mean? Okay, like I mean, like what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, stop watching this. And like, no, I'm not doing that. But I know the decisions that I can make for myself, and I know that it doesn't feel right for me to react to weekly Shonen Jump manga because like this is the third time, right? The third time, okay, that we've seen a mangaka, right, charged and arrested because of sexual assault, right? Like this is what we've seen. So against underage, right? And I mean like children, right? Teenagers. So right, teenage girls, right? Children, like little girls. So we have to. So and I say we, but like I really mean like I think we do have to like look at that, and we have to sort of like decide what we should do about that and how we respond to that. I know how I've decided to respond to that, right? I know what I've decided to do. That's my decision, right? Yes, this is the channel and people come to this channel and they watch the channel, but ultimately this is like a channel that I run. This is a channel that I come on to, and I would like to feel like I have some semblance of, right, control over the content that I make in that sense. So like this ain't, it's not it for me to react to Weekly Shonen Jump manga knowing full well that like again, Weekly Shonen Jump has a track record of not only harboring, right, like not even harboring, well, yeah, of like not only finding out that they have like pedophiles and sexual predators, right, both of which, right, on staff, but they also say, okay, well, we're not going to publish this thing right now. And then like maybe a year later, maybe like a year later or something like that, or a couple of years later, all of a sudden that same person, that same sexual predator, that same pedophile, the same individual is back on the staff with no real showcasing of like remorse or having decided to take accountability in any way that looks or is particularly actionable. So for me, it's like, no, this is the third time. This is what we call a pattern. This is a pattern. At that point, you got like, I gotta be like, no. Right? So that's a decision that I've made, and I'm rolling with it. And I'm rolling with it until I see something like, yo, what is happening here? Like, get Watsuki's bum out of here. Get him out of here, right? Shimibukuro, I think his name is. Get him out of here. Yeah, Shimabukuro. Sorry, Bakuro. Sorry. I have to put I instead of A. But get them out of here. Because it's like, and it's not to say that like, oh, these folks can't ever come back into these spaces or do anything like that. But it's like, there's so much work that goes into accountability, like accountability and reducing harm and enabling abusers is not that. That's not a part of that. So for me, I need to see Weekly Shonen Jump do like really be about it. Until I see that, because it's like I keep thinking about it. I'm like, yo, it's very easy, I think, for people to sort of for people to kind of like distance themselves in a certain way, right? It's like if you're not there, I'm in the United States, they're in Japan. There's this like, right? There's like a whole geographical, like, right? There's like a geographic distance, right? And I think it's easy for folks to be like, you know, I'm gonna keep reading this manga over here, but yeah, I don't mess with that stuff. It's like, yo, I'm just not supporting an organization. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing it. All right? Now, again, for me, like, y'all know me, right? It's like, I think the only reason why I'm like, oh, you know what? I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers because there's that community tab. But if YouTube would just put the community tab there, period, I wouldn't care. I'd just be like, I just want the community tab. That's it, right? So subscribers, like subscriptions, like I'll ask, but that's mainly because I'm like, once I get a community tab, I can contact folks like on this channel in a way. I don't have to like go live every time and make a video. I don't have to make a video and then post it and do all that stuff. I can just put a little message and be like, hey, this is what's going on, right? So my hope is that at some point YouTube puts in the community tab for folks like under 1,000 subscribers. Like, period. It should just be like a thing that you have for your channel. It should, like, to me. Outside of that, I'm like, yo, if folks subscribe, great. If folks aren't subscribed and they still watch the content, great. Whatever. But again, it's like, I know that a lot of subscribers watch the Weekly Shonen Jump content, Like that's like a big part of my channel, right? So I'm not gonna like begrudge people if they're like, all right, I'm not gonna be around, for it because like I don't read the manga that you're reacting to, and yada yada yada. Like I get that. That makes total sense to me, right? But I just need people to like. I just need people to get right to just like to get why I made the decision that I made. That's what it is, you know. So basically, when it comes to the schedule, right? Sundays are no longer going to be weekly Shonen Jump Sundays. So don't look out for a My Hero reaction. Don't look out for a Spy Family reaction. Don't look out for a Jujutsu Kaisen reaction. Don't look out for any of that stuff. Blue Flag. Don't look out for that stuff. Just so you know, right? And that just means that like there are going to be other manga that I sort of focus on, which I think is a good thing, you know? So, in a sense, weekly, Mondays and Tuesdays will be dedicated to Yona and Alita. So Mondays are going to be Yona. So I'll always react to like 3 chapters on Mondays. There'll be like three chapters that I read, right? On Mondays. So every week for Yona, 3 chapters. Right? Mondays will be Yona. Tuesdays will be Alita. That's what we're doing. Mondays will be Yona of the Dawn. Tuesdays will be Battle Angel Alita, Last Order. And then once I finish Last Order, Mars Chronicle. Right? And then I'll just be like, you know, once I'm caught up, I'm caught up. And then I'll be reading like the chapters as they come out on those days. Or I might end up, you know, putting them together once I do have like one chapter that I have to read. You know, if they come out like weekly in a sense. Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'm just not going to be reacting to anything. Because it'll help me like sort of like give my voice a rest. So that I can like, you know, maintain the schedule in a way that makes sense. I can't like stream every single day. Right? Fridays and Saturdays, Vinland Saga and Paradise Kiss. Or maybe like Fridays will be Paradise Kiss and Vinland, and Saturdays will be Vinland Saga. Until, you know, I finish Paradise Kiss and until I catch up to Vinland Saga. Right? In terms of like what's officially out. And then, you know, once I'm done with a particular series, or once I've caught up with a particular series, then I'll like do some shifting in terms of the schedule. Right? Accordingly. I'll adjust accordingly. Sundays will be devoted to basically me saying, hey, I haven't read, you know, if there are manga that I haven't read, I'd like to read the first chapter of that manga. So what I'll end up doing is I'll say, okay, on Sundays, I'll probably end up doing a particular stream where I say, yo, we're going to read the first chapter of this manga that I haven't read. Right? Like, so like if that manga happens to be, what's a manga that I haven't read? If it happens to be like Cross Manage, right? If it happens to be Cross Manage, like that one with like the cross, then like that. Well, that one I can't because I think that's Shonen Jump as well. So, but if it's something that like I haven't read and is officially out, and I want to check that out, right? Then, you know, maybe like I haven't read Cats of the Louvre yet, but I have a copy of that. That might be one that I read like on a Sunday if someone suggests it, right? So, you know, and it could be any sort of manga that you want me to check out. It could even be a comic series. If it's a comic series and you want me to be like, hey, check out the first issue of this comic series, I'll check it out. Right? It'll give me more time to sort of do that, to be like, hey, I can devote this day to just looking at the first chapter, or the first issue of a particular series. And that's what I'll do. So I'm going to make that announcement sometime today, sometime later on today. Look out for it. But that's pretty much what my schedule is going to look like for now, until I decide that, okay, Weekly Shonen Jump is really about it, and they're doing their thing. And and I can read their works again. And I can trust them to do what they need to do. Until then, this is what the schedule is going to be. And it's fine. It's okay. So that's what we have. All right? And that's starting today. So today is Tuesday. So it should be a Lita day. But I want to start with Yona because I have Yona on the brain. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with Yona. All right? So today's going to be Yona of the Dawn. I'm going to be reading chapters 66 to 68. All right? So 3 chapters for that. That's going to be the start of volume 12, I believe. So we're going to start volume 12 today. That's going to be dope. I'm really into where the story is at the moment, right? They're like trying to like revitalize an area, trying to revitalize a village, right? And I just really love what it's about. It's just like, yo, like there are things that you can like, there are actionable things that you can do, right? There are actionable items that you can sort of put on your docket to be like, hey, I want to change things. We don't necessarily need to be beholden to this empire, to this government, right? I love what Yona's doing right now. I love it. I love it. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. So I'm really looking forward to reading that today. It's right now it's 4:09. I'm probably gonna get to it at like 4:45 or something like that. But maybe 5, depending. But I'll get to it. I'm gonna get to it today. Probably 5. I think 5 is like a good time to shoot for. So I'm gonna get to that reaction to 5, and then Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is like I'll put out an Alita stream tomorrow and Wednesday just to make up for the fact that I didn't do one yesterday. And then as we move forward, Alita will be on because I'm not reacting to it today. I'm reacting to Yona today. Moving forward, Alita will be on Tuesdays and Yona will be on Mondays. But this week I'm just like gonna do Yona because I really want to read Yona, and for today, and then Friday and Saturday will be Paradise Kiss and Vinland Saga. I really want to get back to Paradise Kiss because like we're into the messy romance. Like I love Ayazawa. I like her writing. Just it hits your heart though. It hits your heart. Okay, I love it. So I'm gonna get back to that. It's so good. And we're gonna get to Vinland Saga on Saturday. All right, so Saturday's gonna be a Vinland Saga reaction. So that's gonna be the schedule. That'll give me like a nice cushion within the week to just kind of like not worry about needing to get a reaction out, needing to get a stream going, and I can just kind of focus on things. And especially when like my schedule becomes busy again with work and school and stuff, then that'll be good. That'll be good for me. So again, and Sundays will just be a day where I react to 1, maybe 2, but probably 1 because I want to keep my Sundays like generally open. But I also want to do a reaction on Sundays. So there'll be like 1 like manga chapter that I decide to read, and they're like, this is pretty good. Or what I might do is end up being like, I'll read like 2 or 3 first chapters or something like that of like manga, like, and I'll be like, hey, I might want to check this first chapter out, and then I'll decide like, oh, which one did I enjoy the most or something like that. I don't know. It could be something like that. So I'm not sure. I got to think about it because first chapters tend to be really long. So I got to decide if it's gonna be like 2 or 3 first chapters. But I want to make it like something that's like kind of fun, for that Sunday to replace the Weekly Shonen Jump content. And I think it'll be good for me to just kind of like get away from Weekly Shonen Jump too, because a lot of the manga tends to be kind of like the same kind of beats and some story beats and stuff like that. So it'll be good to kind of get away from. It'll be good to kind of get away from it. So that's kind of what that's kind of what I'm gonna do. All right. So look out for. Look out for that content. I'm probably gonna put out like a tweet today saying like, hey, or I might do like a live Twitter thing. I don't even know how that would work, but I'll see. I might do. I might end up doing that and be like, hey, what do you want me to do? So, like, what do you want me to read? Like, what first chapter do you want me to read of like what manga? And then I'll let you know if I've read it or not. And then if I haven't, I'll read it. If I have, I won't read it. Okay. So, and it could be comics too. It could be comics or manga. So that'd be interesting. And yeah. All right. So look out for that. That's kind of where we're at right now. 20-minute video is fine. No, it's good. Sounds good. Like it's a pretty good time for a 21-minute video. So thank y'all for listening, coming through. All right. You know what I mean? So, yo, that's what it is. That's what I'm doing. Thank y'all for understanding. And I'm gonna get to Yona at 5, so look out for that. Make sure your notification bell is on if it's not on. And I'll make an announcement on Twitter saying like, hey, I'm about to start streaming, and I'll tweet out the streaming like the stream tweet. All right. So thank y'all for coming through. The Black Manga Critic. And this is weird because like there's no like end stream button. This is so bizarre. Right? This is so weird. It's so weird. Now there's like a create highlight video. This is so bizarre, y'all. I usually be like, and I'm out, and then I press the button, and then it would end the stream. But there's no button here. This is so weird. Unless this is, I don't know. All right, let me see. I'm gonna end the stream on like OBS, and then if it ends it that way, then great. If it doesn't, y'all let me know if it's weird.